Hey everybody, it's Tuesday.
Once again, here we are.
Here we are, and it is absolutely gorgeous outside. Oh my gosh.
Mother Nature is giving us a treat, yes.
I know, it's like the most beautiful day we've had in a long time, nice and cool and sunny, and I was just like, oh, I love this day. So, well, we're a little early today if you haven't noticed. It's only 10:30. We normally go live on Tuesday around 12:30.
Yeah, I ate my Cheerios fast.
I know, because I texted you this morning and said, don't forget, we're going on for 10:30.
Yep.
So welcome to our I've Decided media show, The Source. That's what you're tuning into today. And I'm Kim Martin, founder of I've Decided, one of the hosts of the show.
I'm Kurt P. White. Welcome.
Yes. And we are taking initiative today because that's our weekly winning word, right? Initiative. That's our weekly winning word. And so we're taking initiative today at last minute to bring Kiersten Sheets from Ruyle in. And we have a lunch and learn that's going to be happening at 12 o'clock here in just an hour and a half over at the garden.
Right.
And it's not too late. Grab your lunch, bring it on over. For those of you that RSVP'd, we'll have lunch for you. But if you just decide on the last minute, just grab your lunch, come on over to the garden, 1014 West Pioneer Parkway at noon. And Kiersten is going to be giving a presentation about solar power.
Which she had given to our business members. It was at a BYOB,
Yes.
Correct? And gave us kind of a sneak peek, or what ended up being a sneak peek, because there were so many questions, and so this is such an interesting topic.
Yes.
People were excited about it, and
Yes.
so that's why we're having you back to hopefully go into some more details and more information, answer the questions that we all had a few weeks ago. So give us an idea of what you think, or what can you add, or what are we going to hear about today?
Yes, so today's presentation, Lunch and Learn, will be just the basics. You know, what is solar? Where can you put it? How much is it going to cost? What's involved in a solar project for a homeowner or a business owner? And walk through, Illinois is a special state in the fact that we have an entirely different renewable energy credit program than any other state in the United States. Our utilities are offering different incentives. Our state's offering different incentives. Our legislature is supporting those by passing laws. So it's kind of a combination of all of that, and how do we combine all of that to make it affordable?
Right.
And you had mentioned a date, if I remember right, at the last conference or meeting. What was the date that all this legislature is kind of aiming for?
Well, as far as the incentives go, one of the first incentives that gets reduced is at the end of this year. It's a federal incentive.
Okay.
So on your taxes, you get to claim right now a 30% tax credit for the full cost of installing a solar array. But beginning next year, so January 1st, 2020, that goes down to 26%.
Okay.
So that's our first deadline. But as far as all the state incentives go, we're good on those for a while.
Okay. I just know I remembered a date, so
Yeah,
I know that.
no, and
looking at initiative, we got to take action now.
Take action.
Take action now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I just think this is such a great initiative, really. I'm learning about this solar energy. I didn't know a thing about it before I met you, Kiersten. I mean, I understand solar energy, so I shouldn't say I didn't know a thing about it. I mean, I know what it is.
So you
but
worked
I really,
on your suntan.
Yeah, right.
We all know the sun comes up and the sun sets, and and we're busy during the day.
Yeah, and I've seen some solar panels out and about. I just did not realize that we could actually have a choice as business owners, or I shouldn't say, it's not just business owners, but commercial property owners.
Yes.
Is that about commercial property owners?
Yes.
So as commercial property owners or home owners, you actually have that choice to install solar panels.
Right. You do not have to have a utility bill if you don't want it.
Right.
Right.
That's the part that I wasn't clear about. Now let's talk about that, because okay, I can install solar panels, but obviously it's not free.
Right.
And so this is where we get into, okay, cost versus, is it, does it become worth it then to get the solar panels, making the difference back and not having to pay? Because I think about the people I rent from. So I am not, at this point in time, I don't own commercial property. But the people that I rent from, I have businesses that I rent commercial property from. In my mind, I'm thinking, why wouldn't you do this?
Because it's another revenue stream.
I tried to invite, if you're watching this and you are a commercial property and you're my Facebook friend, I invited you to this luncheon. And I invited you for a reason, because it's free and it's great information, first of all. And second of all, it can save you money.
Right.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Sure. So I tend to say that it's one of the only ways that you can actually make money while you're living in your home, turning your home into a revenue stream, right? If you leave your house, you can rent it and it can be revenue or something along those lines. But while you're living in it, this is one of the only ways that you can make money from your house. So the same thing on a commercial property. You have a business there. It's there to make you money. This is another way that it can make money. Usually we look at roofs as an expense, right? You have to maintain the roof. You got to put a new roof on, blah, blah, blah. This is a way to put something on your roof that is going to earn you money over a period of time. So typically businesses are seeing anywhere between a 3 to 5 year payback, with the rest 25 to 30 years of no utility bills for the life of the system. For residential systems, we're seeing anywhere between 5 to 7 year paybacks, with the same thing, then the next 25 to 30 years, no utility bill. So that's the kind of the financials. These are some of the best financials that we've ever seen in Illinois. The price of the equipment is lower than it's ever been in history. The renewable energy credits available in Illinois are higher than they're ever going to be. And it's written that way in the law that they will continue to decrease as more solar gets installed.
Sure.
Right? Because
you got to take the initiative, you got to take the action now to get the best deal.
The the federal tax incentive, as I said earlier, it's at its highest bracket that it will ever be. 30% is the most you're ever going to get. So that's right. So right now is your best opportunity to have a quicker payback and a longer revenue stream from installing solar.
Which, and I think it was your personal residence, right? Or is it personal business? You've put your money where your mouth is and done
places.
this yourself. Okay.
Ruyle Mechanical, we started out with a 25 kW system 3 years ago on our roof in downtown Peoria. We just expanded. We did phase 2. So we did another 30 kW on our roof. So now we have 55 kW on our roof, which makes us practically a net zero. We run 2 businesses out of that building, and now they're net zero businesses.
Meaning
we're not paying a utility bill. We're not taking electricity from the grid. We're offsetting our entire carbon footprint by the solar panels on our roof.
that is just impressive.
And that will continue on for another 30 years. Each system has a minimum warranty of 25 years. So it will continue on for as long as those solar panels are up on the roof. They will, as long as the sun is shining and there's a solar panel to turn that into electricity, it will keep producing electricity as long as it's there.
Interesting.
And
then my house too. I have one at my house also.
Well, and so that, I'm thinking my house personally, then, you kind of answered the question, I think, but there's, as far as having enough energy when you need it. So for example, you go out and you buy a portable generator because if your sump pump goes bad or needs it, then you want to pump the water out if it's coming in, and
Sure.
they make sure you get a big enough one, or you get a generator that's going to power to make sure the food doesn't go bad in the refrigerator, and all those types of concerns. Are any of those a concern when it comes to solar panels? Or
Absolutely.
how is all that stored, and what do you have to think about there?
So it's really important that you work with a company that you can trust. You want the person that's doing your site assessment and the size of your array and the analysis of your utility usage and your future plans. So right now you may be a household or a business. Okay, let's say you're a small business, but you're a small business with big future plans, right? So you have 5 employees now, but you want to expand and have the capacity to expand to 100 employees. Well, you have to think about the energy that 5 employees are using with 5 computers and 1 printer and whatever else
Right.
is drastically different than 100 employees with 5 printers and 100 computers and laptops on the side and everything else, right?
Right.
So you have to think about, you have to have that conversation with the person that's putting an array together for you about what your future plans are, what your energy consumption is going to look like, and you have to come to some sort of a consensus of this is what I'm willing to invest in now to make sure that my needs are met in the future, because it's a long-term investment. 25 years is a long time.
But
And
if
who-
you're looking, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, why would a large company, for example, we have a few in our community. What are the pros and cons? Why would a large company go, no, I'm not going to invest in that. I'm going to stay paying Ameren.
Right.
No offense to Ameren, but I'm just saying, why would they do that versus investing in the solar panel? Is it because of the upfront expense?
That would be my assumption. Yeah.
It is an upfront expense. The way that the incentives are set up, it comes back to you, right?
Okay.
So your initial investment is your initial expense. So if we're talking about a $50,000 system, it's $50,000 out of your pocket. Then the renewable energy credits pay you back. The tax credit pays you back. You get a significant amount of money in your first year payback, but you still have to wait for
Sure.
that first year to come back.
But larger companies, and especially people who do own commercial properties in our community, should be able to compensate that a lot of times.
Absolutely, yes.
And
And then
see
there's
that-
all kinds of unique financing opportunities also. Our local banks here are doing some nice, I've heard of some nice interest loans that are coming out, low interest loans. The other thing is Peoria County is taking the initiative to pass something called property assessed clean energy, and it allows a commercial owner to finance a solar array or energy efficiency improvements on their property taxes over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's brand new, just coming into the pipe for Peoria County.
Have
So
you
if
spoke to our landlord about that out at the car? Seriously, no, that sounds like something that would be
So
very.
it's not in effect yet,
But it's coming.
But it's definitely coming. The county board has passed the resolution. They're currently writing a proposal to seek a third-party administrator. And the timeline is that by this time next year, that will all be in effect, and business owners will be able to finance systems on their property taxes, and then take up to 20 years to pay that back.
Wow.
Wow.
be
And that
huge.
helps. And that helps
huge.
offset that cost in the initial so that you can get this wonderful opportunity. So that is
Yes.
huge.
Yes.
And so I see then that larger companies may
Well,
be way more willing to.
That's an opportunity to just flip-flop. So instead of paying the utility bill, your monthly utility fee, that's now your property
The offset.
tax payment,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, it allows you to flip one for the other, and then
But you're investing in yourself.
but you're
versus
investing.
Just,
Yes, exactly.
That's so awesome. So that, and that's why I got so excited, Kiersten, when I heard you speak for the first time. I'm like, when I hear something that I think is helpful and it can make an impact, a positive impact, I get kind of excited about it.
Yes.
And so I'm like, we got to get more people to know about this and to understand. Yes, there's always some pros and cons, but over the overhaul, I think the pros, it
The
sounds
pros
like
really
outweigh.
do outweigh the cons. I mean, yes, it is tying into your electric system. No, you don't have to have batteries. You can use the grid as your battery. Yes, you're going to have, electrical equipment on your roof or on a piece of ground near your business or near your home. So yes, it takes up room, but those are so minimal
comparison
in
to the
comparison
cost.
to the pros that are available for having it.
So with our listeners, the people that are watching right now that aren't able to make it here in a little over an hour for your free presentation, where would they go? What's the best place to find the information? How do they get questions answered if they have them
Get in
about
touch
solar
with you.
energy? Yep.
So
What's
getting
the
in
best
touch
way?
with me, probably the best way is just my phone number, my office number, or my email, or the rulecorp.com website.
Okay.
To find out, which I guess, so ksheets@rulecorp.com would be my email, and the phone number is 272-1339. The opportunity to learn more about what's available from the state, because I always tell everybody, don't take my word for it. In fact, I want to be your expert, but you don't have to trust me from the get-go, right? Like, I want to earn your trust. So the way that I earn your trust is go to other resources. There's a website that talks all about the Illinois Renewable Energy Credits. It's called the Adjustable Block Program. You can Google that and it'll take you straight to the website. You can learn all about that. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go to Ameren. They have an entire website on renewables and about their process, how to interconnect with renewables. Go to the Ameren website, learn all about that there. The other program, it's a branded program for the adjustable block program. It's called Illinois Shines. You can go to that website and learn all about that there. The federal tax credit, go to irs.gov,
Yep.
right? And in their search bar, type in, it's called the investment tax credit, or you can type in renewable energy. And it'll bring up the tax credit, and you can read all about the ins and outs of the tax credit. Or go to your accountant and ask them. They'll advise you.
Take some initiative.
Take some
Yeah,
initiative,
do some research on your own.
yes, and so we want you to take some initiative and join our community if you haven't already, right?
Yep.
And so when you join our community, you get all the pieces of the puzzle for success. You'll start getting that weekly winning resource every week, and included in that, you'll have your weekly winning word and your weekly winning quote and some things for you to focus on to stay on track for success. And it correlates to your success planner and journal, which you also get as a community member of I've Decided. The new ones are going to be coming out for 2020 at our Success Social in October. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, admission to all 3 of our motivational and leadership conferences and our monthly Success Social. And our purpose is to help you achieve your goals and dreams, whatever that might be. So whatever you want to accomplish, that's what we're here for. And we want to bring you awesome resources. This is called The Source. Today's show is called The Source. So Kiersten at Ruyle would be a source for you to be successful. And by taking advantage of these opportunities can help you be successful, really. It can save you money, give you more money to invest in maybe something you'd like to do, a goal or dream that you have, and help offset some business expenses, especially for those commercial property owners out there.
Absolutely.
You need to look into this. Churches, right?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
need to look into this. And if you can make it over to the garden here at 12 to 1 today, 1014 West Pioneer Parkway, it's a free lunch. Grab your lunch. Come on over. Meet
Have lunch
Kiersten
on Ruyle.
and learn about this. And if not, get in touch.
Yes, please.
Hey, another great show.
Yep.
All
Thanks,
right,
Kiersten.
awesome.
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you, Karen.
I know
Thank you.
she's panicking. She's like, I gotta get set up for my lunch. She did. Have a good day, everybody. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's amazing.
KierstenSheets.com.